Lastly, before I get up out of here, my daughters would be upset if I didn't acknowledge them. So yesterday I went home. They wanted me to make sure I played a game with my. They did a great job on my nails. So, girls, good job. We won. So good luck. Love you.
You see how he tried to blame his daughters for what he actually wanted to do? Like, he been on that zestiness for a long time. A long time he been on that zesty stuff. So it's just one of those things where it's not surprising that you see a Russell Westbrook with his nails painted. And he's one who's been used just to push this overall agenda of zestiness in sports. It's not just him that's being used to push it. Other athletes are too, but he's on board because he's always been on board. He's one of those people in the fashion realm of the entertainment industry who's really flamboyant with it. And sometimes it's cool just in regards to his style and his aesthetic, but sometimes he kind of overdoes it. But lately it hasn't been too crazy, but he just has that niche. Like, that's something that's a part of him, just in regards to his overall archetype, Mr. Russell Westbrook, the fashion aspect. Same thing with a Dwayne Wade. With these guys, they dress all flamboyant and a little extra, Their style is a little zesty. It just is what it is. But I wanted to get the scriptures because I feel like these scriptures really, it really points to what we saw, encapsulates it. It says in Ecclesiasticus, the book of Sirach, a man may be known by his look, and one that hath understanding by his countenance, when thou meetest him. So you have certain people who, based off of how they conduct themselves and their appearance, you get a better understanding or you get a better gauge of what they're about. You judge a book by its cover sometimes it applies. A man's attire and excessive laughter and gait show what he is. So if a man, he has a certain wardrobe on that's a little funky, a little zesty, excessive laughter, you're always cackling and smiling and just pretty much going into the left. What am I truly trying to say? Just going into homosexual. That's what it's going into, right? That's what it's going into. When it talks about his gait, it's talking about his walk, how he walks. So we don't have to come to certain conclusions about those people. Like us as heterosexual, God-fearing men, or at least we try to be God-fearing, we understand what it is when it comes to what we see on the earth, especially with those type of people or people that's in that type of demographic or just anything for that matter. Like, we get a gauge of what it is based off of, how it's conducting itself and how it appears. Sometimes we could be wrong, but for the most part, we understand because that's the spiritual inclination. You have that spiritual eye. And also, you're a judge. It's innate. We judge. It's okay to do so. So I just wanted to get into these scriptures just to support the beginning of the video because I just felt like it encapsulated. And it's one of those things where we understand it's just a zesty agenda. It's just one of these things that they just continue to push. And what can we do? All we can do is understand it, notice it, and compartmentalize. One of those things where we just understand that this is a part of the world. But it's not too bad, just in the sense of what he's wearing in that video. The nail thing, that's crazy, but his attire is not that bad. It's not too crazy, but that's neither here nor there. The point was the agendas that's being pushed, they continue to push it, they perpetuate it.